mistake somewhere. I'm wearing probably about the same 3 items of clothing. I must have sewn this in a rush or something, or drunk. The print is a lot, the ruffles are a lot. Hello everybody and welcome to today's video, which is what I've been sewing lately. In this one I'm going to be trying on lots of old makes which need alterations or refashioning and talking through some ideas about that and old things that I've made and love as well. I'm going to be talking you through making this dress. This is future me, by the way. I totally forgot to film an intro. Oops. Yeah, lots going on. Let's get straight into it and look at what I've been sewing lately. So today is Friday. I was just in the middle of tidying my sewing room actually, and I've got distracted by this dress again. So I'm gonna get back into it because I've really been enjoying making this. For a McCalls pattern, the instructions are really good, but the actual style and the fabric and everything is just, I don't know, it's really making me quite happy. So the tidying is gonna have to wait a little bit longer. This is the McCalls M8089. It's very similar to the M793 that I've made quite a lot, except this has got a big ruffle around the neckline, which I wasn't really sure would be my style, but actually I tried on just the ruffle last night and I loved it. It's so fun. And this fabric is very different for me as well. It's quite a big, like vintagey print, but something about it really kind of gave me Suzanne vibes. I'm trying to hide as much of the mess in the background as possible right now. I do really need to get this finished. I'm so lazy. But anyway, look at my pretty top. So yeah, it's actually really cute as a blouse as well, even without the sleeves. I love it, but I am going for the dress, obviously, because I love a dress. But yeah, it looks really cute. I think I need to give it another press because this is supposed to kind of sit up like this. And it keeps falling down, which is annoying. But yeah, lovely big ruffle, and I think it actually works really well with this funky print. But it's a nice loose fit kind of on the bodice. I did do a narrow shoulder adjustment here, which I always do because I've got tiny shoulders, but it's still sitting quite far out, so I might need to just take that in a little bit more. Not by a lot, not by a lot. Anyway, I digress. No one cares about my narrow shoulder adjustment. They just care about my cute blouse. So there's a neckband to go around here. So that's my next step. I need to add that. And then I'm going to try and get the sleeves on. Cute. I think I've made a bit of a mistake somewhere. I've either stretched out the neckline or I have not gathered it in enough because it's got some gathers on the front because the neckband is not fitting. Also, I didn't show you in the try on because I didn't notice until literally before I was about to take it off. It's gaping at the back of it. So I think rather than taking it all apart, because that's going to be really annoying, I'm going to do like a little pleat right at the back in that seam, and that should adjust that fit nicely and get that neckband to fit too. So I've just hand basted this pleat in, ready to go under the neckband, but I think it looks okay. Luckily this ruffle means it's quite forgiving. That's much better. It now fits. Phew. Right, collar is attached. It's pretty neat, but it's not perfect. I think I'm going to go back in at a later date and do it by hand. I still need to perfect my collars. They're not the neatest. I don't do them that often, to be fair, but yeah, this is fine. It's wearable, but I'm not 100% happy with it. So I think I'll go in and just do it by hand, and I can get a really nice, neat stitch in the ditch and stuff. But I'm just gonna brush over it for a minute and get cracking with the sleeves. So it's a few days since I last left you. I'm nearly done with the orange dress. I've just got to attach the skirt today, but I haven't actually had that much free time over the weekend. It was just busy with family life. So I got bits and pieces of the dress done, but it's not quite finished, and I'm very keen to get it finished because I did a little bit of a sort out of my wardrobe over the weekend, and without sounding dramatic, I actually really do not have that many clothes that fit me anymore. My body's changed a fair bit over the last 6 months, and I'm wearing probably about the same 3 items of clothing or gym leggings. So it's definitely time for a little bit of a wardrobe overhaul. While I've got a few hours quiet before I crack on and do this dress, I wanted to go through a few old pieces because I don't always want it here to be about creating new stuff. Sometimes I do alterations and they're not always boring. I've got loads of things that I kind of dug out and forgot about, and I definitely want to alter those. A lot of things I'm giving to my mum, so she's very happy that she's having a whole new wardrobe. But there's quite a few that I'm very attached to that I definitely want to alter or transform into something else. So I'm going to try them on, talk through what alterations need doing and stuff like that. And if it's going to be a transformation project, pop in the comments your opinion on what you think I should do with them. Let's have a little look. Okay, so first up is a dress that is very, very, very precious to me. It's seen me through many life events. It's seen me through pregnancy, it's seen me through breastfeeding, and then beyond that as well. And you may be looking at it and thinking, there is nothing wrong with this dress apart from the fact that I'm wearing an awful bra. However, just wait. Isn't that the saddest thing you've ever seen? I forgot how bad this was. So basically I stepped on it and I've ripped it, and that sort of alteration is going to take a fair while. I'm going to need to remove the sleeves, remove the back of the bodice and start again, which just hasn't appealed to me at any point. But having put this on and remembering how much I loved it and still love it now, I really, really need to get this fixed. It's just one of those dresses that I will wear for years. It is so comfortable, the print is really beautiful and classic, and the style just never really goes out of fashion, does it? A sheared dress, they just come back always. I'm not particularly trend-led anyway. I always make pieces that are quite classic because if I'm going to spend weeks making a dress, I want to wear it 5,000 times. But yeah, I missed this one, so this is first on the list to get fixed. Although I say that and it will probably sit in my drawer for another couple of months. Yes, the fabric on this dress is the most incredible thing you will ever see in your life. It was a nightmare to work with, I won't lie, but it's so beautiful. It's a viscose twill as well, it's super soft. But I'm going to stop going on about it because it was a Deadstock from Fabric Godmother about 3 years ago, so I'm seriously rubbing it in. But it's really lovely. So I'm never going to part with this dress because of it. But there's a few things I'm not so sure about with this dress. Firstly, I need to sort out this situation here. It's far too low cut for a mum of 3 to wear day to day. I have nearly lost a boob several times already just in this try on. Also, the hem is so wonky to the point that I don't wear this because of that. It's embarrassing. I don't know why it's so bad. I must have sewn this in a rush or something, or drunk. The other thing is, you'll see this better on the cutaways, but I'm not so sure about the silhouette. When I first made this top bit was a lot more form-fitting and it kind of balanced it out quite well and it looked really nice, but now it's really loose and I don't know if that with the kind of skimming skirt just looks a bit odd. It's not doing a lot for me, I don't think. It's super, super comfortable, don't get me wrong, because this is elasticated. But yeah, what do you think? Let me know. Oh, my darling Hannah, I love this dress. I made it 4 years ago now, I can't believe that. And it's still one of my absolute favourite dresses in my wardrobe. When I say I've worn it maybe 1,000 times, maybe even more, because I love it. But looking at it now, you can see it doesn't fit me. Also, I made it before I knew anything about small shoulder adjustments, sway back adjustments, kind of moving darts and all that sort of thing. So in those areas, it doesn't fit. So this is requiring a full transformation in terms of taking it apart, and it's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of work. I'm not ready for it. Don't hate me because this fabric is another Deadstock from, like I said, 4 years ago when I first made this. But I will say, you would have no idea whether I bought this yesterday or whether I bought it 4 years ago. It's a viscose linen mix and it was expensive when I bought it, but it shows because the quality is incredible. It is so, so nice. Not a single part of it is bobbling or falling apart. It's amazing. I love, love, love this. Viscose linen is a really forgiving fabric as well. It doesn't crease as bad as like a normal linen. You still get the lovely drape of the viscose, but like I say, it wears really well, and it is perfect for this time of year when it's 2 degrees in the morning and freezing cold, but you're sweating and it's 25 in the afternoon. I'm starting to lose the light now, and you're probably starting to get fed up as well. So just a couple more bits to show you. This is a slip dress I made at the beginning of the year, which I absolutely adore, but this fabric is really, really delicate. It's an ex-designer viscose satin, but it's pretty lightweight, and I didn't cut this on the bias when I made it because it didn't really have the drape on the bias. So I thought I would just do it as more sort of like a boxy fit and then belt it, which looks gorgeous, but the seams are starting to come apart a little bit. It's getting a little bit worn on the bum, and I haven't actually worn it that much. And I'm not wearing it now because I'm too scared to ruin it, which seems like such a shame. So I'm thinking that this would be better off as a blouse, so I'm not so scared to wear it. So I haven't thought what blouse I'm going to make with it yet. If you have any ideas, let me know, because I need some serious inspiration for this one. I'm going to be very sad to cut it up. You may recognise this one from a very recent video on my Instagram, and I put it on my YouTube as well actually, and you might be thinking, why is this included? So when I made this dress, it had a zip in the back originally, and I forgot how much I hate wearing dresses with zips, and I want to put an elastic panel or sheared panel in the back because I want to make it wearable. I don't know about anybody else, but my body changes throughout the month. I get bloated, I expand, I shrink again, it's all over the place, my boobs change size. Being a woman is crazy, so I want a wardrobe that works with that, and having a zip in it just isn't future-proofing it at all. It won't get as much wear as I want it to if it's got a zip in it. So I've taken the zip out, and I'm gonna put a nice comfy panel in the back so it can get lots and lots of wear, because it is so beautiful, and I'm really, really proud of this one. And this is actually a transformation project. I made a dress in this fabric a few years ago and it was awful. It was one of my first self-drafting projects. I didn't do it well, I didn't really know what I was doing, and it showed on the finished garment. The fit was all kinds of wrong, so I didn't want to waste this beautiful fabric. I did have to buy more to do the skirt, and it's slightly different, but the print is exactly the same. So I'll pop a link to this fabric below because it's really beautiful, and I think it's such a lovely print for autumn. Right, so that's enough rambling for one day. I'm going to get back to doing my orange dress now because I really want to get that done. It's nearly been a week since I last spoke to you. As you can tell, I finally finished the dress, but the process of getting to that point was so slow. Life has just been so busy. I've had the kids on my own for the last couple of weeks, and it's been very, very tiring. So when it comes to sewing in the evenings, which is when I normally do it, I have just not had the energy most of the time. I'm doing housework until 9 o'clock, and then I'll just fall asleep on the sofa. So yeah, it was a seam by seam process, definitely, but we finally got there, and I'm really, really pleased with the result. I kind of had a moment in the middle where I thought, I'm not sure if this pattern and this fabric are going to work together. It might be a little bit too much, but actually I think it works really well. I think the kind of big ruffles and kind of the over the top style of this dress actually really complements this kind of over the top fabric as well. So I'm gonna get a lot of wear out of this one. I can tell it is so, so comfortable. The skirt is kind of cut in a skirt shape, whereas I didn't have enough fabric to do this, to make it a midi length, so I had to cut it in a rectangle and then gather it to the bodice, which has created a little bit of extra bulk around the middle, which is a little bit annoying, but that is me being super, super fussy. Here she is in her full ruffle galore. I am so happy with this. I know this is not going to be everyone's cup of tea because the print's a lot, there's a lot of ruffles going on, but this is, for me, the perfect autumn dress. It is so, so comfortable with the elastic around the waist as well. It's going to be lovely to wear. Loads of room in the bodice, so I haven't had to do any fit adjustments on this aside from the small shoulder adjustment, so a really good one if you're a busty girl, and really, really happy with the length as well. I'm so glad that I lengthened it because it's much more me and much more comfortable. Love the sleeves. Love the little ruffle on the sleeves. They are full length, but I push them up because I dip them in my dinner otherwise. A little bit of a closer look at the ruffle and the collar. Something that is really bothering me is this bit here keeps flipping over, so I'm going to stitch that down. Really lovely ruffle size, and I love the addition of the collar too. So I have styled this with my new, I say new, they're from Vinted, cowboy boots, which I absolutely love. I say I'm not a girl who jumps on a trend, but I'm a horse girl at heart, so when cowboy boots became a thing again, I was straight on it. So excited about that one. I also think this would look really nice with black leather boots or biker boots, something like that. Leather jacket over the top maybe. That'll probably be my go-to because I always wear a leather jacket. But I also think if you fancy doing something really, really cute, you could put a knitted vest over this and belt it. So you've got the ruffle poking out. I'm going to see if I can find one on Vinted because I think that would be a really, really fun look. And it's just a nice little extra layer of warmth as well. But overall, I am so happy with this dress. It's going to get so much wear, I can already tell. So I think I'm going to wrap the video up here because I've done a fair bit of rambling and not that much sewing. I can't wait to see what ideas you've got for my refashioning projects and everything. So pop those all down below and let me know what you think about this dress as well. I've got a couple of videos coming up over the next few weeks. I have got a sewing room tour video, which was highly requested. And I've also got a Christmas party patterns video coming up as well, because I know everyone is going to be getting very, very excited about sewing some really, really pretty occasion wear. So I've got lots of inspiration and ideas for you. But that's all from me today, and I will see you in my next video.